Namaskar. Welcome to Conversations with Rakesh. I got a very nice question from an educator, which I thought I'll pick up today. Rakesh, I'm an educator. I work with lots of students who are highly confused on what topics to study, what programs to do. And I want to ask you that what are those top three skills I should tell my students to absolutely have to succeed in today's unpredictable workplace? Um, See, I think let me first make sure we understand a very basic concept of workplace, life, professionalism, the purpose of education, and all those big questions. We must appreciate and understand that the world is always unpredictable. It has always been a problem, despite the fact that we have so much of knowledge systems, we still are unable to understand so many things because of the volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity of the world. I don't think that is going away anywhere. So, was the world highly unpredictable thousands of years ago? Yes. And even now, it is more. It's just that the time is much more visible and we are able to see the changes much faster. So, all of you, please remember educators, parents, corporate professionals, change is the only constant. It's just that we are able to see it a lot faster thanks to the the information overflow that we are all dealing with. So having set that context, I don't want to say that the top three skills are adaptability, learning, unlearning. I mean, those are gisa pita answers that I think we are done with. We always used to prepare people and students for being adaptable. Concepts of learning, unlearning are foundations of education and the way we learn and live. Nothing has changed. But I think what has changed in the last generation, at last 2 decades for sure, is the swiftness of change, the massive shifts happening very quickly. I mean, we're preparing all students to do X and that concept is gone, poof, because of the massive changes of technological revolutions, human revolutions, changes in geopolitical sciences and economy and politics and the world. So I think having said that, I'd like to take this question a slightly to a different level that all of us have as educators, parents, professionals have a job to tell our learners who are going to colleges and doing all kinds of programs to start having this thought process when they make their decisions. That change will happen, embrace it. There will be VUCA world all around and it will get more and more VUCA. So there is nothing that will prepare you any better than any other. But in that, there are some very good programs and thought processes and institutions who can help you prepare for this better. And even if you don't go to this institution, thanks to internet, everything is available online. So it's about how you choose. So I'll give you three things to choose, which can help you prepare better for a VUCA world. So here is my first suggestion to all of these students who this educator works with, that make sure that one of the skills you develop is to have a interdisciplinary problem solving approach. And I'll explain that when a student goes to a program, that person, she or he is told that you are studying biotech. Biotech is not just one subject. The student has to also learn so many things to be available in that industry and make an impact in that industry. And the point is that if the student only knows biotech, I don't think the student is going to survive the VUCA world. So the student has to also learn statistics, has to also learn communication skills, has to learn sales and marketing, has to learn something from physics and chemistry to be able to do something in the shop floor that they are working on. And all of this is interdisciplinary. They may also have to learn Python programming to make sense of the data. And this is not biotech. So the student is given that, okay, you are going to be a biotech person. I think you're setting up that student for failure. So a better idea is that you as educators, please teach your pupils and learners to have interdisciplinary, cross-pollinated programs and problem-solving skills that don't take one subject as your thought process. Take a problem, and that problem will be solved by applying lots of disciplines, lots of faculties to come up with a solution. And students who have a very cross-disciplinary problem-solving approach, that I have to solve this problem, I can solve it using 900 different departments and I can bring them together and solve it. This person will adapt better to the present VUCA world. So my first request is encourage interdisciplinary cross-departmental problem solving skills. So that's request number one. Request number two, I think we all are very clear about one mistake we've made in cultural and educational studies, which is we disconnect everything from the output. All of us in the professional world are measured by only one number, which is paisa. And I don't know why we hesitate to talk about money and paisa in the classrooms. I think we should stop doing that. I mean, I understand the cultural contexts and I understand that, hey, don't get worried about results, focus on the work. I get it. I mean, that's not the concept I'm talking about. But we need to prepare our students and learners and corporate professionals that there is only one yardstick in the modern world, paisa. And the world of finance and capital and profit and loss and math and investments and growth and losses all into the same concept. Why are we studying? To get a better job. Why do you need a better job? To get more money. Why do you need more money? To do a better job again. It's a cycle. So why are we hesitating teaching our children and pupils about money? So please help everyone understand the world of money, resources better. Because there's another problem. Many of us are just taking loans without knowing the high interest rates we are paying. So it's becoming a job to pay a loan, which is such an inefficient system. So if you prepare people to have a better financial planning, they can also prepare a better life. They can stagger their decisions so that they don't take loans. And then the problem with our lives is that we are living longer. So we need to prepare for a stage where we can't work. So we need some money to take care of ourselves, and healthcare is not getting any cheaper. Education is not getting any cheaper. Living in cities is not getting any cheaper. All that is planning. So let's bring in the concept of money, resource, economics, wealth, loans, financial instruments, growth, investments, losses, frauds into a discussion. Wall Street, Dalal Street, this street, that street. It's important for us to talk about money. Let's stop saying to our students कि पैसा आ जाएगा. This dialogue has to be deleted from our education system. पैसा नहीं आता है, बहुत मेहनत करनी पड़ती है. And please teach our students to work harder for money, और luck बहुत कम लोगों के पास होता है. That's the reason they go and say पैसा आ जाएगा. I do not believe in that sentence. And I think we should teach our children that don't assume that the sentence will be true for everyone. I think hard work is important, but that doesn't mean money will come, because there's a lot of decisions we have to take to manage money better. And money will come to those who are astute in handling money. So please remember that we need to help our students understand the world of finance and economics. So these skills, financial literacy skills, are very critical for our students of the 21st century. So that's my request number 2. And the last one is that we must help our students to realize that this chaotic world is here to stay. Now, what they can do is understand their emotions in this chaotic world. And if they don't, this will become a big problem. They have to understand that they are also emotional, and the person who's working with them is also emotional. So it's about managing your emotions and managing the emotions of everyone around you. And we must help them realize that we cannot survive alone. We are going to benefit by collaboration and investing in each other. So please understand yourself. Please understand the other person. That's an area which I believe in a lot. It is kind of defined as soft skills, which is like a terrible way of understanding them. I think these are human skills. We must understand ourselves and the other person so that we can work better. And सबको पैसा चाहिए, सबको maximum चाहिए, काम भी कम करना है, तो negotiation, conflict management, persuading each other, and then assertiveness, and somewhere at some point of time managing people and managing yourself is critical. If you don't do it, the emotions will take better of you, may end up in a pretty bad mental unwellness state for you, And I want students to take up subjects which are more into neuroscience, cognitive science, behavioral science, soft skills, communication skills, because that's what you'll need to manage some 8 billion people around us today and maybe 10 billion of us in the next 30-35 years. So let me summarize these 3 skills again. All you educators, parents, professionals who want to tell youngsters what to do, please request them to invest in interdisciplinary cross-pollination problem-solving skills. Don't become narrow that I'm a doctor. You still need to learn sales and marketing. Don't tell people that I'm just an artist. You still need to learn digital marketing, the art of managing your own brand. All of this is interdisciplinary. So it has to be learnt. Second, please tell your pupils to learn the world of finance, investments, growth, losses, and frauds. And the world has gone through enough. In the last 1 or 2 years, we've had NFT crash, FTX crash, this crash, that crash. वो तो चलता ही रहेगा. But we lose a lot of money because we're not informed. And it is causing havoc in our children who want everything right now. So please help them realize the power of money, saving, investments, instruments, staggering their decisions to gather resources, and plan for a 70-year career after they graduate from colleges. And the last is please request them to invest in human skills. Please request them to understand themselves, their emotions, and the people around them. And in that, they have to learn how to speak, collaborate, fight, assert, manage bullies, become leaders, manage each other, and keep going, because ये chaos कभी खत्म नहीं होने वाला. We have to prepare them for a day where chaos is part of the system. And in that, they have to balance themselves and lead others towards a better future. So on that note, we educators have a tough job ahead of us. We have to also manage ourselves. But I think that's our job. And I'm very hopeful that we all will tell our students to have these 3 skills so that they can prepare themselves better for a very volatile workplace that ain't becoming any stable anytime soon. So on that note, stay safe.